Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and I'm just going to show you my really belted about piece of work, because when it fell out of its frame it got put into a bag. And but anyway, so I was doing we're doing the dragonfly. It's not a dragonfly, Sonya, it's a grasshopper or a praying mantis, I don't know which. But anyway, so these are ones that I've done on here. There's a dragonfly. The wings are made with wire. That one there's little wire's been bent about a bit. This little beetle here, I really love him. He's really cool. He's got really nice wings. See, there's a way of doing, well, it's not exactly the same way as what I'm doing, this thing I'm making now, but I'll show you how to do that one day, I suppose. This is a battered about critter of some sort. Don't know what he is. Maybe he's a grasshopper. He's brown. He could be a grasshopper, but he's got some lovely legs there and some nice bits of leather under his back, or suede, or whatever it is. There's a bee. Now this is about, I don't know, probably 20 something years old, I suppose, this piece, and it has it's seen better days, I tell you. It's a shame, really, and this is a lace wing moth. I've actually done the wings lacy because I've made the thing. And there's another thingy. He's got all these are detachable. These ones that were made off him and then put onto him. This poor little fella has lost his wings. Isn't it? It's not nice to treat your work like this, but it went into a bag, and then once it got into the bag, I suppose the bag got put in different places all through the house. And the other day, me and Jeremy found it again. I love the ladybug. Isn't she gorgeous? And this is a fly, but it's a good looking fly, isn't it? As flies go. I don't like flies, but that's a nice one. Yeah, so they're bits and pieces of bugs, because I really like to make the bugs. Love to do these back pieces on them. I do that, and there's one with beads on it, this dragonfly. But I've just decided I just put a tree and then stuck them all up the tree because I thought that would look okay. Okay, so now back onto this. There would have been a break in between when you've seen the first half to this half. So I'll start that up. So we've done that much. Right. Now to make him so he'll look like he's doing something, we'll make his neck and his head. What do you reckon? I think I'll make his head so he can be there. You know what I mean? So it's just not a piece of stuff. A lighter colour. One, you're right, I suppose. We don't have to go too light. No, we're just going to you're going to use this, I think. Where's the needle I just had there a minute ago? I've left it too far away. Come here. Maybe I stuck it in the needle cushion, the pin. That'll be in the pin cushion. That'd be good, wouldn't it, if I did? Alright, we need a couple of strands. We only want 2 strands of thread. If I do the head, and we do some legs today, as much as we can do, and probably put the wing on it, and I'll see how we go. Because your little legs are they have got a bit of work on them. Okay. Put this two together. Whoops, no, missed that. Good. Make sure you get them both the same length, because there's nothing worse than all over the place. Right. That in there. Okie dokie. Now you're going to make this so it's sitting in the right position. How about that? Over there. There. How about there? How about there? I'm going to go straight through there now. I'm not going to just do one. I'm going to do both bits. I'm going to have to do it straight away. No mucking about. You've actually pulled some of the fluff from that through there, Sonya. On that, so be careful about that, because I could see that was come up at this exact same point every time. Okay, so he needs to go over here, because his head's not really that very big, is it? Right. And then I'm going to go back over here, making him a triangle face, sort of, and then keep coming up at this point, at the bottom here, and I'll go over the top of that piece. Okay, do his face. And I might just do it sort of random first, because it needs to be sort of padded up a tiny bit, but it'll always come up at the same place. And go down here. It needs a bit of padding. It can't be just flat. And we'll put this down in there. I think that was over that far, but it won't do. I think that went over that far. We're doing here. Need to go till I get it straight, don't I? Need to keep going till I get it straight. That way and here. Right. We don't need that on there, come off there, you. I'm actually going to put the beads on now for his eyes, because I really want to see how they're going to go. And I need to have something greeny yellow or something like that, greeny yellowy. The ones that I had in the box where he was, what was he in? Here. I don't know if they were right. Still in here, because I cleaned out the box. I tidied it up, because it has this other piece in it as well. The other dragonflies in there that's done out of beads, but he's not finished yet either. What did I do with that packet with those beads in it? I've got these ones here. Do I need a light colour like that though? There's a yellowy colour he's got on here. Them eyes. Right. Give me a little skinny needle. And I haven't finished that yet as far as I know. I'm going to see if I'm going to put the eyes on. So I'm leaving that threaded up until I put the eyes on and see what it looks like. Because I've got to do a little antennae things. What are they called? Antennas? Little antenna things. Needle book with what's the name of it is over here. This box with this piece of work. Let me get some more of these. Just a big fan of them now. I didn't know how they'd work before, but now I do. Looks like this has got something in it. As long as the thread goes through there, I don't care if it's got something in it or not. So I'll buy myself one of those hoops that you can stand up on the thing, and then you've got two hands free to do stuff with. I did have one, have no more. So I'm going to put myself one of those. This is not going to work because this hole is not right in this thing. It's got looks like there's something stuck in it. So that's not going to do me any good, is it? I'll try this one. Hang on, look at this. Here's one with a big good hole in it. As long as you put it back in there, Sonya, because you're using it in this other piece of work. I'm trying to keep myself, my stuff in sections, as you would know, in boxes, so I can do a bit at a time on each thing. Need to say good day to people today. I forgot to do it last time I did this. I can get this go through the hole. I gotcha. If you just give me a second. All you lovely ladies that are commenting on my channel, leaving me good feedback. Well, I don't know. It won't come off there now. I've got him. Okay. I really appreciate this. I really do appreciate all you people out there who leave me comments. Lovely comments too. And so, Roseanne, who is Roxy Car 11, and Jeanette, Lizzie, and Molly too. I spoke to you yesterday. And then there's Janet, and Penny and Denise. And I don't know, there's a lot of you have the same name, so I should probably start using your last names. But I really love to see you leave your messages for me to read, your comments. I really do. And then there's people that leave weird comments, but anyway, we're not going to worry about them. We're not worrying about that. It's really weird, you know, when you get used to watching somebody's channel, well, this is what I think anyway, for me, I can tell if something happened to them and they're upset, because I just can, you know, and it seems sad that people have to do this to one another, don't it? You know, that they just have to say something that they should probably just keep to themselves. You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm not upset about anything today because I'm not worried about what anybody's saying to me, because now I've got all you people that, you know, are really nice to me. But it's strange how that one person, that one comment, can upset us. You know, you hear the really bad things and they stick with you, don't they? And I've gone through this already. And now I'm having a nasty time. Look, I've done threaded everything. It's all right. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to thread it back up and we're going to keep going. Yeah, so, yeah, this lady I was watching, I could tell that she was upset, you know, about the comment that she got, the poor thing, and it's not fair. We come on here and we do teach people to do stuff. We do teach people, and if they don't want to look at it, you know, they don't need, there's no need for them to be nasty. No need to be nasty, or even to comment. Maybe they don't think it's nasty, but if you hurt, your words are very hurtful things. They are things that you can't take them back. Some of these hurtful words. Now I'm going to put another eye here. At least he's going to be able to see where he's going anyway, isn't he? He won't be able to move anywhere. I'll give him a leg or two. Give him a leg up. Okay, I'm here. I'm just I'm just trying to figure out this eye. Probably a good idea if I move it over a tiny bit so it's not wrong, too far over that side on his head. I'll go through the bead first. Whoops, and then I'm going to take it through the fabric, but I want to shift it in a tiny bit to take it through the fabric. Put it like that. That'd be right. Now I'm going to have to give him a neck. While I've got this nice piece of stuff on here, though, I can give him little antennas with this, can't I? Nobody says I can't. I can, I should say. I'm just going to give him a couple of little antennae, and then I might do a few more pieces on his face there. A couple of stem stitches, okay. Keep up there like that. Don't you dare fall down on me. It's only the thing that you do get the fluff off stuff with, but still, I do not want it to fall. Go underneath it, Sonya, because it's supposed to be underneath it, isn't it? Oh dear. Come on. I don't know if that looks right, because it looks wriggly. It doesn't look wriggly. Oh, goodness me. I do have too much thread here. This looks too wiggly. Let's undo it. Let's undo it. Pay attention again, but just put a couple of stitches on it, Sonya, because it's not. He doesn't need a whole heap of stitches on his antennae. He only needs one stitch, one or two stitches, or just one. Do it like this is making it skew if. Okay. So we do need to try these things. Alright. Come here. I wonder if I can thread this through here without me getting my fancy threading thing going. Getting a bit of, oh dear, my stomach did that. Oh, sorry. I'm terribly sorry, everybody. Right. Antenna. Up there. Up there, up that way. Over there. He looks dangerous, doesn't he, now? Looks a bit like a dragon. Doesn't matter. I think all insects do look like they come from the... Oh, what would that? How would you say that age? I can see my head. See my head. Well, I don't think they're dragons, but you know, I'm talking about prehistoric. I'm talking about the prehistoric things. You know, I'm not talking about when I say dragon. I mean, I know there was none of those. Oh, well, that's not true. They sort of are sort of dragonish things out there, isn't there? Dinosaurs. Jurassic. Some sort of time, but that's what he looked like, didn't he? He's going to have another piece of this go up here. Don't pull through everything you own. Just get that back out of there, Sonya. Okay. Up this way here. I can redo them little antennae away if I don't feel like they're, and I don't feel like that they're right either. I keep pushing this purple thread through these holes. Come back out of that. Come on, get out of there, get out of there. I can only very faintly see it coming up through his face, and I don't want that there like that at all. Now, let's see if I can put this one up this way. Here's a grasshopper thingy. Alright. There's his face. Antenna, I'm not too sure about, but we can come back to that. There's his eyes and his head. Okay, maybe better give him a neck while we're here. That's a long way away from that, I figure, isn't it? I've come a fair way up there without... I'm going to put I might do a couple of these bullion stitches. Hold his head onto his body. He'll be pleased. He's not got a floating head. Probably should have looked at a few insect pictures and seen if I had his right, you know, because it'd be terrible if he hasn't got this part on him in reality. he hasn't got a funny neck like this. It's all right. It's okay. I should go back up the other way, up there further, instead of down near his face. Shouldn't I? I'll go back in here and start again. I'll take this a bit higher this time. Take it up there further. Put it up here like this. I won't be long, Jeremy. Do you need me? No, he shut the door and went back out again. Must have wanted to tell me something. But I'm not, what time is it? It's okay. 1, 2, 3. I really can't turn this off because that might be a bit too long. I didn't hear the phone, so he must just want to talk to me about something. I'm sure if it was important, he'd have told me to get off the phone. Oh, he wouldn't have to get off the camera. No, he wouldn't do that. He would not do that. My husband's not like that. Now that was a bit of a piggly mess there, but it's good now. We're good, we got it. Okay, go back out, down in there. I'm going to come up through this bit again and go over what I just put there, because so his neck piece is behind his face, sort of thing, you know. So you don't want to have that neck bit coming out on top of his face. It's got to go behind his face. And when I did the other one, he's only got one thing. He's only got one little thing on him. His face might look a bit better too. This bloke, it might have turned it a bit different, but that's okay, as long as we get the thing in the long run, as long as we get the process. Process is all right. We just get this little fella. Oops. Not too soon. So therefore I have a big circly bit on the back of it. We're going to leave that like that. What have I got here? Still got a tail on that. We don't need the tail. I've got to cut it off. Righto. Now I wanted to put that bead needle back in there, didn't I? And I will. Excuse me. Right, he's gone back in there. So is that thing. Righto. Move those away out of the way. Do not want to spill them. Hope he's looking good. He doesn't look too bad to me. He's got to have his little wing in the back here. Because I've used that purpley piece, I'm thinking about doing this for the wing bits, but then there's got to be something underneath that you can't see. It can't be clear. It can't be clear like that. Now we'll have a go at a leg bit. Okay, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of an idea. It needs to come from here, say, down to there, right? Then I want one to come up to here, to here. Oh, there you go, rightio, we need that. Now, where's some variegated thread? I've got bits and pieces all over the place here, and I'll just need to stick with the one colour, I think, or the different colours. Oh, it was bright, wasn't it? Yeah, I'll do this one. I can see him. Now this is going to be cast on stitch that I'm going to do this with. Just going to check the piece that I made before, and I'm sure that's what it is. Pretty sure that's what it is. Alright, 2 pieces, thread. do this with your... Maybe. No, it'd be too thick if you did it with a cotton crochet thread. I think it'd be too thick. Because he's supposed to just have little spindly legs, isn't he? You know? Not too big and bulky. Righto. Now, I'm sure that this is 2 things, and it is the cast on stitch that we've done on it. Oh, what? Oh, double? Really, Sonya? Is it really? Did you do that? Are these double cast on stitch? Looks like it to me. Okay, well I'm going to do this. I'm doing it this way today. Somebody soon fell down. So what am I thinking? I put that in through there and go up there and do the cast on stitch, but you can't do it from both sides, so just do the one. It's going to be too hard. Oh no, that's not right. That way. That way, Sonya, I'm upside down. I'm upside down, people. Sorry about this. Righto, so you want to go... You need to come up through there and go down and go back because you want it to come that way. Righto. Makes sense. 1, 2, 3. I think this is what I did. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I don't know why I'm counting, because I'm just going to make sure that it goes from there. That length is the same length as that. Okay. So that his leg... But I might make it a tiny bit longer by using one more. So when I bring it down, I put it in there. It's a tiny bit longer. And this is not what I used to do that. I can see that now. This is not how I did it. Because it doesn't look as good, does it? You're going to have to do it the other way now. Even though I did not have that in my brain, that I'm just going to have to do that. I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to get my brain onto that, aren't I? Okay. Got plenty of time to try this. Got plenty of time to do this, okay? Now I'm going to put it back in the hoop. I'm going to put it back in the hoop because it'll be a lot easier if I do. Okay? It'll be a lot easier if I do. I think. That's it. It wasn't this hard the first time, I promise you it wasn't this hard the first time. This thing kept moving and sliding, and it wasn't a good idea at all to do that like that. Okay, so this what I'm going to do now is a cast on. I'm going to have to look. I'm sorry, I'm going to have a look at this because it's a cast on stitch and it's double. And that's what I've done there. All I need to do is to get the I'll be right there with you in a minute as soon as I figure this out. That's what I was just doing that. That's not it. Cast on rows. Button hole detached. Come on. What have I done? Missed the page. Did I miss the page? Cast on rows. I've got to get the other book. Where's the other one? That's not it. Okay, it's here somewhere though. I know they are. All here. Come here, people. Come here, books. Oh dear. Sorry about this, but if I give you a bit of a go, you'll be able to. This is number 2. Maybe it's in here. These are really good stitches on this, in this book. Where's the cast on one? I've got to find it. Here we go. Look, I found it. I knew I had it wrong. And it isn't really that hard. I don't think. I'll see how we go. We'll see how we go, look. What you do is 2 pieces, you need two bits of thread. No, not like that. This other way. Yeah, I'm not gonna, won't be very long, but it should be long enough to do each section. I'll have to divide it in half. Suppose I can use the 2. 2 thicknesses is okay. I'll use 2. And once you know how to do it, it's good, isn't it? Once you know what you're doing. This is called a cast on stitch double, so it's a double cast on stitch, and you need to have two, not the bottom of this, not it at the bottom. You're supposed to do it. It says it's worked with 2 strands, and I've got something that's got 4. Of course I would have. Okay, so you come up from the top here, where his leg is. I'm going to find out where his leg is. What I want to do is leg, and then you come down here, and you come down at this one, and you go up at A. Okay, well that's A and that's B, right? We're going to call that. So you go back up there, and I really do like this stitch. It is nice. And as soon as I get a close look at that other, I knew I was wrong. Now, if I had my stand, which would be really handy, like it says, this set up on it. And I really want to go and buy one of them, so I'm going to have to, so I can just do this sort of thing. So what you do is you get your thread like this. Okay, you've got one piece going one way. Wait a minute, it's wrapped around there. You don't want it wrapped around. Okay, now you want this all good like that. Okay, so you got that like that. You get me? Now in half, sort of thing, right? So you want to go up there and down with that one. Up there and down with this one. Whoops, a daisy. Come on, back up here. Yeah, I might have to take it out of the hoop. I'm going to have to take it out of there. I hope I can handle it without this, I hope I can handle it without the hoop. I'll try it. So this one goes round here and down, okay? And then you go back to this side, and you go around here and down, righto? And you're doing this on your needle, okay? And then you go up there and you hook that round there and you go down like this, righto? And then you do the same with this side, up there and down, okay? So that you've got this little edge on both sides, okay? And then you go down like that, because otherwise it just did not sit properly, did it? He had to have his little feet, his little legs have got to be done properly. So, and they take a little while, but it's going to be worth it in the long run because they look good, isn't it? and you'll get used to stitching like I am starting to get now, which is cool. And yeah, we'll see if I had a stand that I could stand this on, because I was trying to hold on to the hoop and everything at the same time. It's very hard, so I had to take the hoop off there because we couldn't do that. Okay, now we need to make this the same distance as that there. Okay, and which one did I do last? That one. I actually really do like this stitch because I think it lends itself to a lot of different things that you can do with it. Makes nice stems on lots of different things, you know. Strawberries, for example, you know, the stamen things, and you know what I mean. And lots of other things. Now that's plenty enough, isn't it? I'm getting carried away here, aren't I? So all you do is pull this through. You want both of them the same. I need both of them going through the same distance, but you know what? It's probably not going to happen. So if I can get it, that one catching up with it, looks like, so they're both going, hopefully both pulling through there together. Keep pulling it up, pushing it down in there. Might be a tiny bit too long, it doesn't matter. It's okay, it's part of his leg, right? Then you go back in, not in the same place that you come out, you have to go back in a different part. Rightio, that's cool. Do you think that's too thick? Because I put too many pieces. Oh, could be too thick, look. But you know what? I'm going to take it out because I showed you how to do it, and it worked good because we could see what we were doing. Shame though, really, that I have to cut it off, but I'm going to, because it's too thick and I just only needed one piece of thread. Of course I had to, well, having the two, maybe you could see it a bit better, I don't know. But we're going to put a nice thin piece up there now and see how that looks, okay? Like one of each, and just do it again, and that way you get another look at what we're doing. We've still got a few minutes left to do that. I don't know what my variegated thread went to. Here we go. This is nice. And we'll get a long bit because we need to double it. So, oh well, that much, because we're going to use it doubled. And I guess that's how the patterns come out on his legs like they did, because of how I did that. Okay, just hang in there, Sonya. Hold it. I hope I'm not doing too much heavy breathing. I'm fanning the camera here. I've got a fan in my face, and the other day I noticed that I was doing breathing there. I thought, oh dear, people will think I'm puffed. I'm not. I'm just breathing. Here I go again. Okay, now let's do this. Let's do this again. I know I've got to do a lot of them, but you know, because there's a fair few legs on this bloke. He's got 6 legs. Maybe he's supposed to have more. I don't know. Now you want 2 pieces together, and you're gonna put a thing in them. Knot. That thing is a knot. Okie dokie. And now we'll come up at the top, because this is where we want to. Up there, and we're going to go down into here. And we're going to come back up the top again, right? Now, separate these pieces of thread. Whoops. One that way and one this way. Hang on, we'll put it down. We'll put it down, and that way it might work for us better. Turn it around to untwiddle it so that's straight. Try and get them about the same size, you know, so you got that right. Now push it up a bit. So we want to put this one over there, pull it down. This will take a little bit longer because the thread's thinner. It's going to take a little while for it to get this, you know, get the length we need, but that's all right. It's just like you're casting on stitches with your how we used to do with the knitting. I don't do this anymore because I don't like it, the knitting. But I just can't knit after I've cast on with my fingers. It just doesn't work for me for some reason. It looks all baggy and horrible. So I just have to do it with the needle. But anyway, I like to do this sort of stitches though. So this is cool. We must learn a few more stitches. This book that I've got here that I just opened, I haven't looked in it for a really long time. My friend bought it for me for my 50th plus 3. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but when I turned 50, I didn't celebrate my birthday. I did, but I didn't want to have a party, you know. I didn't want to actually, you know. And then I was so upset because I couldn't believe how silly I was being about it. So I decided, well, 3 years on, I decided to have a 50 plus 3. And that was good. So, but anyway, Lisa bought me this book, and I don't think I have used it at all. And so maybe I should do that. I should just do it in and use it. And, yeah, so that's right. Now that's far enough up there, so I'm going to pull these through. Try and keep them going through together. So I'd have to take the longest one up first, which is the light colour, I think. Yeah. Come here. Where's the end of it? There. Just doesn't seem like that's right. So he's not stuck. It looks like one of those little roly-poly bugs, doesn't it, that thing? make a good bug. Okay, so let's go this way now. So we won't go right back in the same hole, but we want to go really close. So we just want one thread away. One thread away. One thread away from there. Righto. Now I've got a spot up there that I decided I'll take this bit. Is that right? Push that up. I hope I've got time to do this. I hope it doesn't turn off. If it does, I'm terribly sorry. If you turn this up, you won't see this bit anyway, will you? So, one. But I'm going to just do this part and then it'll be finished. Well, for this bit. For today, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't really have to count, like I said, you just have to have them long enough. I just got into the habit of doing that, I suppose. This side, pick it up, turn it around and put it down. Pick it up over your thumb and put it down like that. Put it down like that. Ouch. My nails are getting longer because my fingernails are growing. For a change. I'm going to have a different colour put on next week, I think. I'm going to have another colour put on. And I thought I was going to a podiatrist and then I was going to have my toenails done as well, you know, go all out. But it looks like I'm not going until the end of the month now. Guess that's okay. When you're diabetic, you have to make sure you don't cut yourself or do anything, especially to your feet, because you don't heal quick. And so they don't like people. They have to get we have to get somebody to cut our toenails that know what they're doing. make sure our foot circulation is working pretty good and stuff like that. So that's why we have to go to the podiatrist. Otherwise I could get the girls at the boutique, or well, at the nail salon, to do them for me, but they can't. They can paint them. Okay, so that's probably far enough now. So we're going to pull that through. Make sure we've got both these, and we haven't got both of them going through together, but make sure you do, because when I'm saying this, I want both strings to go through at the same time, because you don't want it to be too... Okay, now, you don't want it to get all cobbled up. I suppose this bloke could go in front of it. Well, I could put him in one of my journals or something, though, couldn't I? Something like that. There's his arm. Look at this. He's got a bit of an arm now. So can you see how that's turned out there, like that? Okay. I noticed when I did the other one, here, I'm just noticing the other one has got a lot longer. I've made the thing itself a lot longer than what it should have been, so it's got more movement in it. But anyway, it doesn't have to have that, does it? He can be, you know, just fine like he is. He's looking pretty cool, I think. So I better go. I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back again with another episode of the Grasshopper, whatever, the insect. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Sorry.